This is Barnstable Today for Wednesday, April 21st. Welcome aboard. I'm Kevin Friel. Standing in for Nick Cortez, he's on vacation. Now, right at the top, we'd like to remind you that the meetings we cover are available on demand at the town's website. You can log on at www.town.barnstable.ma.us. The town school vacation clamming class for youngsters is our focus today. The first clamming class is taking place in ideal conditions at the Cordwood Landing in Cotuit. Amy Rado, a natural resource officer for the town, started the day off with describing basic instructions for the youngsters.
You don't want to miss the lesson. Okay, so my name is Amy. I'm a natural resource officer for the town of Barnstable, but I used to work as a quahog technician, growing up quahog from these little tiny seed right here that I can pass around. These actually were live quahogs at one point in time. And we take the time when we grow them up throughout the summer till they get a little bit bigger. And that's about the size we plant them at. And then after about a year in the sand, they should be about this big, which is still too small for you guys to take home. The quahogs live inside of the sand, so what you're going to do if you're digging for quahogs is you're going to put the rake into the ground and kind of dig into the ground, and then you'll flip it over and take it out, rinse it in the water, and then hopefully you'll have quahogs in your rake instead of rocks. It's very important that you measure your shellfish, so if you don't have a gauge, you can come see me. I can either lend you one, or they're $4. They're stainless steel. They measure oysters, steamers, and quahogs. Quahogs have to be 1 inch thick. So if they slide through that hole, they're too small for you to take home. Everybody clear on that? Steamers, when you walk around on the beach and you see these little holes, little circular holes, sometimes if you step on the ground and the water spurts up, those are steamers. And you use this kind of a rake to dig for those. And what you do is you dig the rake into the ground and you start kind of making a hole wherever the hole is that you see. And then you should be able to dig down and find the steamers. Now the steamers have to be 2 inches long, which is this way. So if the steamer slides through that way, then it's too small to keep. Does anybody have any questions? I'm trying to kind of keep this short and sweet because it's such a nice day. We don't get many of them in April. So if you have any questions, there are tons of volunteers here. We're all wearing orange, so if you have any questions, just find somebody wearing orange and they'll be more than welcome to help you. Or if you have any additional questions, feel free to come to me. Don't forget to check out when you're on your way out, because we have certificates and activity books for everybody. And the activity books are actually new this year, so there's all sorts of new activities for those people who have been here before. So.
Then Amy was able to give us a few moments of her time describing the town's efforts on shellfish. This event that you have going on today is something near and dear to your heart. It's clamming class for kids. Tell us what we have going on today.
Well, basically, we pick a couple days during April vacation, and it's sort of just the plan is to get kids involved with what's in their own backyard, to get them interested in shellfishing, to get them engaged in shellfishing, so that hopefully, as they get older, they'll continue to shellfish. Because the shellfish are very important for our embayments, for the water. They clean the water, so it's good to get kids involved with it at a younger age.
So how many first-time clammers do we have? How many repeat customers do you have for the event?
Today, I would say we're probably split right down the middle. I'm going to guess we probably have about 40 kids out here today, and about 15, 20 of them I've definitely seen before. And then the rest of them sort of stuck around. We give a small tutorial before they go out just to show them what they need to do, how to measure the shellfish, and then send them on their way.
Very good. So it sounds like you're grooming the stewards of our embayments for years to come.
Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, it's always, it's a good idea to keep the future in mind.
Very good. So do you have, sort of feedback have you gotten from people who have participated in years past about the clamming class?
I personally have never gotten any bad feedback from it, and based on the numbers of kids that we have showing up every year, no matter what the weather is, I just assume that people like it. It continues to grow, which we really like, so we keep doing it.
Very good. So could you tell us a little bit about, say someone wants to get a shell fishing permit, what do they have to do? What steps do they have to take to come in compliance to go out and shell fishing?
Well, if you want to get a shellfish permit, they are for sale at the Marine Environmental Affairs office at 1189 Finney's Lane in Centerville. It's across the street from the police department. If you live in the town of Barnstable, own property in the town of Barnstable, it's $20. If you're an out-of-towner, it is $100 for the year. And if you're a senior, it's $10. And that basically covers you until the beginning of March of next year. You should get a shellfish gauge because we do have minimum sizes on most of the shellfish that we get. They're $4 at the office. They're stainless steel. They measure oysters, quahogs, and steamers, so it's well worth it. And basically just read the regulations. Make sure you check the maps either online or at the shellfish information boards that we have at most landings that will tell you whether an area is open or not, and you should be in compliance.
Very good. Now, MEA is also sponsoring another event going on this week. It's an open house. It's for diamondback terrapins that you have. Could you talk to us a little bit about that? We were actually in the MEA office earlier today, and we saw one in the little fish tank in the front window.
Yeah, we have a good handful. We probably have about 12 diamondback terrapins right now that we are rehabbing as part of a Head Start program. We get them at a very small size and raise them until they're able to handle themselves in the wild, and then we can release them. And basically what we're doing is from 9:30 to 11:30 on Thursday, tomorrow, the 22nd, at the Marine Environmental Affairs office. We're having kids come in. They can handle the turtles. They can help measure the turtles, weigh them, feed them, kind of get familiar with them. And we also have a box turtle, a painted turtle, and a red-eared slider on display. So
very good. So if someone didn't make it to the shell fishing for kids class today, there's another one coming up, right?
Yep, there is one on Saturday at Cordwood Landing right here off of Old Post Road in Cotuit, and it's at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it runs until whenever it's done.
Very good. Well, thanks so much, Amy.
You're welcome.
Great.
Thanks.
We also had a chance to talk to a resident, Maurice Dupuis, about his experience with clamming class for kids. All right, we're joined by Maurice, a local resident. Maurice, what are you doing down here at Cordwood Landing today?
I'm down here with my daughter and my grandson, and not only grandson, but also my daughter, my granddaughter.
They're down here for clamming class for kids today.
Yeah.
What do you think they're learning today?
Well, they get an idea what it is about going out steamers, going up with steamers and quahogs.
Do you think this is a good program for the kids to learn about shell fishing?
I think it's a good idea. It's a good idea to learn what's going on, and they'll get to like it, I'm sure.
Very good. It's actually a beautiful day down here at Cordwood Landing. Great day for the kids, huh?
Yes, very good.
Very good. Well, thank you very much, Maurice.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, April 21st, the Hyannis Main Street Waterfront Historic District Commission meets in the Selectmen's Conference Room at 7 o'clock. The Shellfish Committee meets on Wednesday, the 21st of April at 7:30. Their meeting takes place in the Marine and Environmental Affairs Conference Room, which is on Finney's Lane in Centerville. On Thursday, April 22nd, Site Plan Review meets in the Town Hall Hearing Room at 9 o'clock in the morning. Well, that's all the time we have for today. We'll see you next time on Barnstable Today.